Hey, what's going on everyone? TAC1421 here yet again with another Minecraft Hunger Games gameplay commentary. This is going to be part 2 of 3 parts of my Chameleon gameplay. And Amp unfortunately died in the last part, but his death will not go in vain. I do kill that Ender Mage and get that Ender Pearl, which will be a huge part of this game. And this episode, particularly this part, has a ton of action in it. I think everyone will really enjoy the action that goes through. There's a lot of fights and stuff, and overall, I just had a fantastic time playing this, and I hope really every game is like this with this much action, and I hope I can have the results of this game with you know, that kind of action involved in it. But at the very beginning, you know, I get to the feast a little late here, and because I had to get more armor and stuff because, you know, I didn't have the luxury of having a teammate along with me. I didn't really know what to expect, so I took the time to get a little more armor for myself, and then I got to the feast a little bit late, as you can see, and there's just a ton of people, and they really raided all the chests and got a lot of the items involved. And I'm running a little bit low on stew here. I do take the time to you know, re-soup up and all that good stuff, and I put the Ender Pearl in my inventory here in a second, and I basically just soup up and just get the heck out of there because there's lots of mobs following me. There's a few players. You can see the player in front of me, and there's a few other players to the left and right of me that you couldn't see in the screen. But I basically just go back to the feast. I Ender Pearled pretty much directly back to the feast. I thought it was a pretty good Ender Pearl myself, and I get a lot of the items while people are not really paying attention. And I basically just put in my iron sword. I see someone coming, so I don't really have time to get a level 1, which I would have liked to do, but I get a level 2, which is pretty much the same thing. Anywhere from level 1 to 5, you pretty much get the same items, and it is a really good enchantment. I get a sharpness 1 and a knockback 1, which is a fantastic, I guess, enchantment on that. So I kind of try to, you know, put my soup. I try to get more buckets or bowls of soup, whatever you want to call it, back into my inventory as those two are fighting it out, and then I go over there and, you know, try to basically just cause mayhem and do stuff like that. All right, but anyways, while I'm going through all this action, because it's kind of repetitive and I don't really want to commentate on everything because you can kind of just see what's going on, I do want to talk about my top 10 favorite kits to use in the Hunger Games. And there are a lot of kits now. I did this a while back, but my opinions have changed, and maybe some of you haven't really seen that episode, and you know, I have new subscribers and stuff like that. So I wanted to give everyone my top 10 kits, and you know, the probably the top 3 or 4. If you don't have those kits, and people always ask me, you know, what kit should I buy? Well, I'm always gonna say the same thing because these kits are my favorite. So I would probably just tell you those kits. But back to the gameplay really quickly. You can see those mushrooms on the ground, just randomly on the feast table. I don't know why they're there. I think someone may have died. I don't know if someone maybe dropped them on accident, but that is a huge turning point in this game because I was out of mushrooms, and yes, I could have run away and get, you know, cactus and stuff like that, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, you know, fight in this. I didn't want to run away. I wanted to you know, take it to them. And it's kind of funny I say that while I run away from this guy that put down a strength potion, but you know, you want to pick your poison here, and I didn't want to deal with that guy that has strength potion, so I just run away and recuperate a little bit. You can see he killed the guy. So yeah, that's that. But back to my top 10, and starting off at number 10, I'm gonna go with Urgal. Urgal was one of my favorite kits at one point, but I haven't really been using it too much lately, and it's still a good kit though. I still like it because you can build up kill feeds with it. You can kill a lot of enemies. It's definitely really good for the beginning of the game as well as like the feast period of the game because you know, you'll definitely need it to control that feast. And if you control the feast, you control the game, as many of you know. So that's why I like Urgal. Starting off at number 9, not starting off, but going on to number 9, I like Viper for number 9. Overall, just a great, you know, one-on-one kit and just PvP kit in general. Sometimes I run that kit when I'm fighting one-on-one. I usually tend to stay away from it when I'm in groups of 2 or more, so which is what I tend to do that nowadays. I tend to play with more people like Amp and stuff. I don't really play by myself too much anymore, but that's that. Viper, great kit. Definitely recommend it for one-on-one action. Next up, fairly new kit, Milkman. I like the idea of the kit. I like the kind of the funniness of the kit, like kind of it's just a humorous kit, but also it definitely works really well for, again, one-on-one action, as well as if you're running it with 2 individuals. Amp and I played as Milkman 2 games, and we did quite well, so I really enjoy it as a kit, and I recommend it. So yeah, that's Milkman. Number 6, I believe we're on now. I'm going to go with Turtle. Turtle was one of my favorite kits again at one point, but I haven't really been using it too much, but it's definitely up there because it provides a way of healing yourself up really easily, and also it counters a lot of kits, so that's why I like it. And you could definitely win with that kit, so a good amount of times. So yeah, Turtle. All right, going on to the next one, and I'm gonna go with I think this is number 5. I'm gonna go with Tarzan, also a fairly new kit, but I really like it. You can, I guess, maneuver around the map pretty easily, and when there's tight situations, you can do that stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it's just fun to swing through the trees and go and stuff like that. But going back to the gameplay, while I'm going to number 4 in a second here. Going back on to the gameplay, you can see I was doing a few things. I've been in a fight with this guy for just forever, and he has me outmatched, but somehow I managed to get the best of it, and he does run away a little bit. I think I have him low at least, and right here he sets me on fire and just runs away, and the knockback sword doesn't really help, so again, pick my poison, and I don't run after him, and I just recuperate, let him run away, and save my energy for the next time we meet. It kind of sounds like Dragon Ball Z there for a second, but so I'm gonna go with Ghost as number 4. I like the Ghost. It's also a fairly new kit. I like using it. It's a fun kit for sure. So I really recommend it. Going on to number 3, the kit I'm using in this gameplay. Chameleon, really fun kit, just a really fantastic idea, and there's so many different things that you can do with Chameleon. It's overall just a blast to use, and there's so many different ways you can use it. As I said, you can group up with a bunch of people and use it, and just there's so many hilarious things that you can do with the kit. Going on to number 2, I'm gonna go with a Gambler. Gambler, a really fun kit as well. If you have a team of gamblers, it's really fun to use, and as well if you just use it by yourself. Also, you have that chance of getting, the full diamond armor, which is really cool. And yeah, so going on to number 1, a bunch of you probably can guess what number 1 is, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Stomper, my favorite kit overall. And going on to the gameplay, before I talk about Stomper, you can see I killed that one person, and I got some diamond leggings, which is really good, and I got a few potions and stuff, as well as some more soup items. And then I go back to the feast, and I see this guy pillaring down for some reason, and I go attack him, and he unfortunately, I'll kind of ruin it. He gets Ender Mage back up by his teammate. But I want to talk about Stomper really quickly. Stomper's been there's been some patches to it and some other stuff, and there's been a lot of counters to the kit, but it's always been my favorite kit, and it was one of the first kits that I bought. It's the kit that I've just had the most overall fun with, so that's why I have to pick that. But we're going to wind things down right here in a second. You can see there's a few people that died from just random ordeals and stuff like that. So it's down to, I believe, 4 players right now, and I see this person pillaring down. Take out my bow and arrow really quickly, get a nice shot, and they just fall off. They have no armor on, and there's down to 3 players. So there's still a lot of action left to be held in this gameplay. So stay tuned to part 3 and see how it all ends up. I hope you enjoyed my list of 10. Please, in the comments down below, let me know what your maybe top 3 or so are, and I always love looking through the comments and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's going to be it for this episode, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and have a fantastic day. Peace.